Hello, everyone. The Abundance Oracle here. Thank you so much for coming back to chat with me. I want to tell you a little story about my grandmother, affectionately known as Crazy Nana. One day, they lived in her husband and the three kids lived in a seaside town. And one day, Pop said to Crazy Nana, I think I want to sell our boat. And she said, no, Jimmy, don't sell the boat. The kids love it. But Jimmy was the only man in the family, so he didn't have a lot of help taking care of the boat. Okay, so he took and put an ad for sale in a magazine at the time. They had to be, in the probably 1940s or something like that. It was a while ago. And it was called Boating Magazine. And it was classified in the very back of the magazine, boats for sale. So he put his ad in there and said, I have a boat. I'd like to sell it. Please contact me above. Well, she was very adamant. She did not want him to sell the boat. And she had a little spunk in her. Crazy Nana, you can tell by the name. And she wrote an ad into the Boating Magazine as well and asked the editor, please put my ad underneath my husband Jimmy's ad. You received it. This is what it says. And so the ad said, myself and the three girls don't want I call him Papa, but it was always Dad, to sell the boat. They love going out on the boat. And so this ad came out below Pop-Up's ad. Pop-Up got 0 response, and Nana got a bag full of mail. So she said, I'm going to go to that Boating Magazine. This magazine, I know the men love it, but it's just not for us women. There's nothing in there that's exciting. So she got dressed up one day and she took the train into New York City and didn't have an appointment at all, and knocked on the door of the magazine and spoke to the assistant of the president, editor, whatever it was, the head of the magazine. And she said, well, I'm sorry, you need an appointment. She said, oh, don't worry, I'll just wait here till he's ready to see me. I only need 10 minutes. So she sat there for hours and hours and hours. And finally they realized, oh, this is a stubborn woman. She is not going to be leaving until we talk to her. So send her in, the guy said. She said, I'm reading this book, this magazine, and my husband put an ad in the back, which was not effective at all. He didn't get any responses. And I put an ad right in under his. And look at this. Here's the bag of letters that I received. And I'm going to tell you, we were wrote very kindly. And look at all these letters from other women who said, you are so brave. I admire you for putting in this ad underneath your husband's. You're so wonderful. But, I couldn't figure out why are any of those women reading your magazine? It's horrible. There's nothing in it for the women. And he said, Madame, this is how the story's told. So I don't know exactly the words, but Madame, well, we're sorry that you don't like the magazine, but how do you think you would fix it? And she said, oh, let me tell you what I would do. This is Crazy Nana. She said, you would buy me a little red rowboat and we would go into the harbor. I need a photographer with me and we're going to go up to all those expensive fancy yachts because, women like to look at those fancy yachts. I see them on the side, on the pier saying, oh, look at that one, look at that one. And we're going to go up to these fancy yachts, not just any old day, but we're going to go Friday night, Saturday night. We're going to go when they have parties. Now, who in their right mind is going to tell my crazy Nana, you cannot come aboard and take pictures of our parties? Because no, all these people wanted to get their picture taken and be in the magazine. She was called the Rowing Reporter, and she was the very first woman boating sports rider in the United States. I don't have as much courage as she does, I don't think. But isn't that a wonderful, funny thing? So we all need to learn from Crazy Nana how to be bold and courageous and go for what we want. But be careful, because somebody might ask you, well, how would you fix it? And then tell you you're hired. All right, ladies. Short little story, but I just wanted to tell you. Bye-bye. Come back tomorrow. We'll have another chat.